Hey guys, sorry. Hey guys, I'm Z, and welcome back to the series of testing LLMs and exploring tools, what tools we should use testing large language models. Really excited to see the content of today's video because it was really quite an experience to test and explore the options which DeepEval could provide. So let's see what is evidently AI is for. Let's jump right into it. Let me share my screen and don't waste any more time. Just a second, and here we are. Okay, so yeah, this is evidently AI's documentation page. There are several other pages, or the starting page of evidently AI is a bit different, but that's what we really need, because that pages really summarize, and not just summarize, but pretty much describes and documents every aspect that evidently AI can be used for. I didn't do any deep dive on evidently AI either, like I did or not did with DeepEval. Just had a quick look, have quick research. Of course, I see and I know that it evidently AI's Python library, which we will see. Now it's a fine tool, it has functionalities, but let's see how it goes for us. Yeah. So what is evidently? It's a quite versatile tool. It helps evaluate, test, and monitor data and machine learning powered systems. What is interesting for us now is this, that testing or evaluating generative tasks with chatbots, retrieval augmented generative systems, and QA and summarization, Q&A and summarization. I think we will use the same method as we did it with DeepEval. Fortunately, documentation here is as much as thorough than DeepEval. So there's nice links. Yeah, and maybe I forgot to mention that evidently is available both as an open source Python library, and it also has a cloud platform as DeepEval has. DeepEval has the Confident AI, and for the Python library is there with evidently, and we can use it as open source. Okay, let's see how it works. It has reports, test suites for what can we evaluate. Yeah, we can focus, or I think we will focus on just the text-based evaluation, and we will check that one. The evaluation, installation, maybe tutorials. Yes, evaluate and test your large language model use case in 15 minutes. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. The hello world will take a couple of minutes. Yeah, evaluating the quality of LLM output is essential for building a production-grade LLM application. During development, you need to compare quality with different prompts and detect regressions. Once your app is live, you need to ensure outputs are safe and accurate and understand user behavior. It's really nice. Manually reviewing individual outputs doesn't scale. This tutorial shows you how to automate large language model evaluations from experiments to production. Yes, that's the usual path every software should go through. Yeah, you will learn both about evaluation methods and the workflow to run and track the evaluations. Yeah, it has this toy chatbot data set. It's nice. We also, of course, the purpose for let's say today's session, but of course the today's session is quite limited in time as always. So we will or I will get the today's starting phase a bit continued next week, beginning of next week, to get a nearly complete whole. But yeah, I don't want to talk that much. Yeah, so text statistics, text patterns, model-based evaluations, LLM as a judge, metadata analysis. Okay, it's a bit different than DeepEval, because DeepEval, as I could recall, that it used this one evaluation for all of its metrics. LLM as a judge. We use Open AI. Evidently, AI, of course, it seems like that it has the same feature, but on top of that, it has text statistics, text patterns, and the model-based evaluation, whatever it means, and metadata analysis. Well, we don't really have metadata assigned to our large language model response, but maybe we could have that. Generate visual reports to explore evaluation. Yeah, it would be nice. Get a monitoring dashboard. I assume it will regarding to the cloud usage, the evidently cloud. Build a custom test suite to run conditional checks. Okay. You can run this tutorial with the option to use evidently cloud for monitoring. We won't do that. It will work with the Q&A chatbot example, but the methods will apply to other use cases such as regs and agents. Requires basic Python knowledge. Okay, I have that, maybe, and maybe you do. The open source evidently Python library, I assume we will install it. Optional OpenAPI key, we have that. And evidently cloud account for live monitoring, we don't have that, but maybe it's a bit forgivable. For now, with the Jupyter notebook, okay, I think it's as a whole, and here's a video, and here's a step-by-step. We could use Jupyter notebook. Maybe we can get back, not for this session, but for the later session someday, because Jupyter notebook could be a really powerful tool without any need of setting up a local environment for developing this kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, let's do the side-by-side thing. We have the testing LLM library, which is reconnected to the GitHub. Last week's results and the resources are shared on the edited video, the DeepEval exploration. So basically, that's the current state right now, which I left off on Tuesday night, I think. So for the Wednesday video, it will include the link and this whole content. Yeah, so get back to that. Yeah, we have the virtual environment activated with the LLM-N, and let's create that file. What should we name it? Let's name it as evidently underscore sandbox.py. Yeah, I don't know that this side-by-side thing, how it looks like. Let me check. Yes, I think. Yeah, I think it can be followed, but if don't, then please let me know. And also let me know if the connection is not great, or you can hear anything, see anything clearly. Okay, so this is the sandbox. Let's jump into it. The first one is to install the evidently LLM. Evidently, I haven't seen that kind of Oh, come on, what now? What's wrong? I think it's the same. Doesn't find pip for some reason. I don't really understand why I really got this issue with my first or the previous video. What could be the... I don't want to spend much time on that, come on. Why you don't do what I would like to? Why? Tell me. And the create process using does not find. Why don't you find it? But there's a file, I'm sure. Just let me check the... Yeah, that is the file. Yeah, let me check for a sec. What's the thing here? Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, and this is me actually. I would like to learn from my previous faults. What I did? It seems like I just simply installed from the directory, from this directory. I just said pip install means you, evidently LLM. Come on. Yeah, I need to figure that one out first, because I think it's really a key aspect for you to start using. Yes, that one. Not that one, but E2. Sorry for wasting a bit of your time, but it's need to be done. Okay. And yes. Yes, I think it will break a bit the connection. Okay. Here is me struggling. It seems like I just used the have I used that? Okay, I think I've got it. Yeah, for some reason I figured it out last time a bit faster, but that's all right. I mean, I forgive myself. I can, yeah. Okay, so let's get back. Installs like hell. In the meanwhile, I can copy paste as hell, like a professional copy paster. Yeah, we can import, run the imports and evals. And I wouldn't like to send the results, and I wouldn't like to remotely manage the dashboard design in evidently cloud. So I think that's all the imports we would like to need. We would need. Installing is ongoing. And let's read a bit. We use a dialog dataset that imitates a company Q&A system where employees ask questions about HR, finance, etc. You can download the example CSV file from source or importing it using requests. Yeah, I think it's don't really want to download that. Just using the requests eventually it downloads. Okay. Let's go step by step. I'm really curious about the CSV file, CSV content. Let's bring that out first. And first of all, let's wait for the install to be completed. What I did. Otherwise, it just says that it's deep. Okay, because in this, yeah, okay, I know. Because this virtual environment, the DeepEval is also included. Resolver doesn't currently take into account all the packages that are installed. This behavior is the source of the following dependency conflicts. It requires OpenTelemetry API, but you have OpenTelemetry API, which is incompatible because it's newer. It requires basically, evidently, I uses newer versions of OpenTelemetry SDK. Let's not deal with that this time, but we'll check if it confuses really deeply well. Yes, bring the CSV. Evidently, AI is here and it's imported. Nice. Come on. Okay. Yeah, file is saved. Let's execute it. Python evidently. Sandbox. Will it print the CSV content? Yeah. Okay, it will, because it's a it's an byte IO, so it's the content itself. My bad, sorry. Doesn't really matter. We will print out the data frame, because the next step is convert this information into pandas data frame. Yes, that one. Yeah, PD read CSV. Okay, and we'll get a preview. I think it's written in Jupyter notebook, so it actually will print out that. Yes, without question, but here's the question. Okay, so it prints out only 3 columns or three rows, and it's just the column bit, which is not the best, but it doesn't matter because we can remove that. It will show all the, or provide a summary of the rows. Okay, so which kind of questions will it have? How do I request medical leave through the employee portal? Maybe we can check the, yeah, that's not how I do with the data frames. What data frames we can do is, I really would like to know the question answer, because in the, you see, this is the Jupyter notebook output of the, it's barely visible. Yeah, so this is the output. How do I request medical leave through etc, etc. So it actually responds these things. Maybe I would like to see those responses. How can I do with the data frame tonight? Come on, it's a nice question. I'm not that fluent with pandas, unfortunately, but it's just, if you don't know that, it's not not any shame on it. Search for it. How to list the specific column in pandas data frame. Get a list of specified column. Let's see. Calling the head method, displaying data, and this is the output. This is the output, converting a specific column to a list using series to list. This is the name, data frame name to list. Let's have that one. What is the question list? Let's name that this way. Question is data frame, column name and to list. What is the, this is the data frame name. Yes, there should be the name of the column, which is question. This is the function or the method. of the to list and just print question list. Will it print out? It will. It will in a comprehensible format, but actually, let's see the first 10. Yes, let's see the first 10 of questions. Yeah, how do I request medical leave through the employee portal? How can I update my direct deposit information? How do I generate payroll? How can I find information in the company's final? Okay, let's really just see the first 3, and let's repeat that for the. Sorry, let's repeat that with the first 3 of the answers, or what is the name of the column? Don't know. We'll see. It's response. Response, yeah. Yeah, apparently the responses are a bit verbose. Let's see. How do I request medical leave through an employee portal? Requesting medical leave through the employee portal is a confidential process designed to support your health needs. Follow these steps to submit your request, and these are the steps. Enter the dates. You be absent. What is yeah, from the data pre-processing point of view, it's really nice because it was in a CSV format, and it has some kind of escape characters. No, yeah, not for the CSV actually, but for the apostrophe, for yeah, escaping these kind of situations when it can confuse. Okay, it's nice. Okay, so actually these are actually meaningful responses. Let's put these out of use. It was just my simple curiosity. Okay, we don't really need that assistant logs head. So what's the one? Okay, create a project. This step is optional. You can also run evaluations locally without sending results to the cloud. Thanks, we will do that. Run evaluations. Here's the important part. I mean, these are important also, but this is the main part, or the core part. You will now learn how to apply different methods to evaluate your text data, text statistics. Okay, I assume the similar things we did with the NLTK, the natural language toolkit. Text patterns. Okay, it's also nice. But these are statistical data. Model-based evaluation. Use ready-made models. Okay, you see that. Yeah, I just read that a bit before. Similarity metrics. I haven't read that. Measure semantic similarity between pairs of text. Okay, I'm really wondering what is the meaning with that. Pretty much with that example Q&A dataset. To view the evaluation results, you will generate visual reports in your Python environment. Okay, we will see that. In the following sections of the tutorial, you'll also explore the formats like conditional test suites and live monitoring dashboards. We will not do that. It is recommended to map the data schema to make sure it is parsed correctly. What does that mean? Create column mapping. Identify the type of columns in your data. Pointing to the data time column will also add a time index to the plots when we will use plots. Okay, actually it seems like that these I think that there's I can recall pandas or data in a data set. I can list the features of the data set somehow. So let's list, because I'm really interested in what is these features, or what I assume that these are the features in the data frame, but let's check them. How to list the, I think the call in data frame. Not features. Okay, maybe I just not remembering it right. How to list the how to list which columns data frame has. Column headers. Okay, that's what I wanted. Just simply that. Okay. List assistant logs. Maybe that's it. No, that's clearly not it. Columns values. Let's use that way. Being a bit structurally consistent. Let's see now. Okay, it's really the question, response, start time, end time, organization, model ID, region, environment, and feedback. Okay, now we know. That's all I wanted to know, nothing much. Let's comment these. And now I can totally believe that part, and we will go through column mapping, daytime. Start time is daytime, daytime features. This is end time. And text features. Yeah, okay, I understand that this is what it is mentioned in documentation, that identify the type of columns in your data. Pointing to daytime column will also add a time index to the plot, so daytime is a start time and it can be used as a x coordinate. Daytime features is end time. Text features, these are the question and response are text features, because it will be evaluated by evidently AI as texts, and these are categorical features, which means it can be evaluated as metadata, as what is the organization, where the questions coming from, what is the model ID, I think it's a large language model ID like GPT-3, 4, I don't know, region, don't know, don't really care, environment and feedback, but we can check that. Yeah, region is okay, and organization, environment, production environment. I think the question answer system, production requirement. What is the feedback from the user? I think, which is a helpful or not really helpful answer. It's I think these are really useful metadata. Okay, now let's run evaluation. You can skip steps. Each example below is self-contained, so you can skip any of them or head direct to step 6 to see the monitoring flow. Yeah, I think it surely pretty much interesting, but right now we are not really interested in that. Let's see the text statistics. Let's run simple evaluation to understand the basic flow. Evaluate text length. Generate a report to evaluate the length of the text in the response column. We check that. Run this check for the first 100 rows in the assistant logs data frame. We just copy, we just paste. Okay, this calculates the number of symbols in each text and shows a summary. You can see the distribution of the text length across all responses and descriptive statistics like the mean or the minimal. I'm a bit skeptical about this, but let's see that. What we will really see. Yes. Current period data current age is deprecated. Where is age? Then please use the proper one. I just recently installed. I don't know what it means, what this means. It's just a future warning. What's that capital H meaning? Please use small h. Okay, we will use that. Let's see the calculations. Lib site packages. Site. Where is that? Age is deprecated and will be removed in the future. What age? What capital H? I don't know what it refers to, but it text equals reported. Okay, this instantiates this test report text equals columnar response descriptors text length. It's not sure that what should I see. It says that I can go this through. You can run this tutorial locally with the option of use. You will work with the Q&A chatbot example, but might will apply in other use cases. To complete the tutorial, use the provided code snippets or run a sample. Use the code or click it to open in Colab. But I would like to use it locally. Why can't I use it? But I'm not really sure what is that. It's just a warning which I see. It's not really an error. It's a report object. Many thanks for that. It's not a useful. It's not really useful. What do you think we should do with that? I'm really clueless. To be honest, let's see. How will we get something out of this text evil report? The report's object. How can I see that? Click on details, but how do I? Hmm. But this is. I'm starting getting a bit pissed. It just really uses that. I would like to do that locally. Can I do that? Because it seems like I can't. Let's get started. The code is here's the provided code snippet. Or run a sample node. This is a sample node. I think it suggests more tutorials. Okay. Check a short quick start examples. Here, introductory tutorials that walk you through the basic. Okay. Okay. For code examples on specific functionality, check the how-to examples. You can run this in Colab or any Python environment. Each evaluation is a descriptor. You can choose from many built-in evaluations or create custom ones. Use the report in Python to see the distribution of scores. But view the report in Python. How? It's not a good start. It just spits out just spits out an object, which I really expected because these are an instance of the report class. So, what's next? I think we can get something from this, some meaningful stuff. We will figure this one out in a way. Maybe this future warning is also means something. Can we check that? Maybe we should. Yes, because this is the date curve. What is the DT? It's short for daytime. But it's not included. Or we can include it here as DT. No, we don't. I'm sure it is included. Some places. Well, it's essential for me right now to have that run locally because I would like to connect it to the locally deployed large language models. It's a shame. Evaluation. This is the Jupyter notebook, or click open in collab. Yeah, not really like this one because the whole meaning of this to have okay, what if we can so what if we just click through this and afterwards for some time during even the live or not in, or if it not it won't be in the live, maybe next week. We can have that, but for that there's no author. No, it doesn't really matter. No, sorry, I will need to get that as well. It's commented out. Why it's commented out? Yes. Yeah, I think there's surely a way that we can utilize that tool without Google Colab or without the Jupyter notebook functionality. Let's just do that. Just to do that, we already did that locally, but sorry about that. It happens. It just happens. It's really a part of the exploration. Won't say that it's really interesting at every time, but it's just honest. Maybe I should just add some interlude music in this kind of happenings. but I won't sing you. Forgive me. Yes, we start the session. Yes. Okay. Not connected to runtime. Genius. But it has been done. Yeah, now it's connected. No, it's imported. Okay. In the evaluations. Yeah, just in comparison with the DeepEval. Yeah, it just really did what it promised. And therefore prepare the dataset. It's prepared. Yes. Let's see. Okay, actually the benefit of that we have actual readable output. Yeah, organization model, these are the first 3 records. Okay. Set up your workspace. Won't set this up and mapping the columns. Basic example. Yeah, that's where we left off. And it magically creates that. It also has this future warning. The behavior of datetime properties to PyDatetime is deprecated. In a future version, this will return a series containing Python datetime object instead of an ND array. To retain the old behavior, call NP array on the result. The mean text length for response per hour. Okay, at least it's some statistics. Yeah, these are the text length for the responses. What is the count? The first 100 responses. The text length, I think it is the character. It means the character length. Yeah, number of symbols. This is the mean. This is the standard deviation, so it's so high deviation, but we can see that from that graph as well. The minimum value of 250 maybe. Yeah, 250, and the maximum of even 2000. Yeah, that's the standard deviation from the mean. It can be that. So it's a really versatile length of the responses. Yeah, it just shows the Gaussian distribution. I mean, in the length. This is the median value. Okay, what's that unique means? Unique words, I think that means. The most common words. Missing infinite. Is there some description maybe, dear evidently AI, about these? What does that mean? Or maybe I just should know the metrics, text specific metrics. Text statistics. Come on, text stats. What did it use? Basically just the descriptors text length. Text length measures the length of text, returns the absolute number, but that's not true. It just not measure that. Reference data assistant logs. No explanation. I think I should be a little bit more considerate what I'm saying, because I think I had different kind of expectation uh, for evidently AI as I should. Maybe it's really for developers, or maybe I should know what these statistics are meaning. Sorry. So I think I should know what are these statistics means. But let's go on. Of course, it can have that kind of statistics. You can also do side-by-side comparison for two data sets, because it does the first 100 and the next one is the first 50 and the next 50 data set. What's the output? Yeah, it's for the response of the first 50, and then yeah, it's a quite reference data, but still the responses. Yeah. This is the reference data, and that is the current data. Yeah, sorry. Let's look at other evaluation methods one by one. Sorry, again. Yeah. The text patterns. Yeah, so let's look at other evaluation methods one by one. We can later combine multiple descriptors in a single report. I really assume that I can use regular expressions to check text patterns. Okay, for example, check the presence of competitor mentions topical words, that what I would like to extract from the responses maybe, or from the questions, that is these questions related to, I don't know, for headcount or for benefits or whatever, because it's an HR system, or the annual leave, or any kind of company communication, or I don't know. Let's check the responses that contain words related to compensation. For example, this will automatically account for inflected and variant words. This descriptor returns true or false if it matches the pattern or not. Word list salary, benefits, payroll. The display name is if it's mentioning compensation. It's really have this warning in a production, so in a product is not nice. But that's just my opinion. The compensation in the first 100, the most common is false, missing value, unique value, there's 10 times. What's that unique means? Maybe I should know. Maybe you have some idea. Details. Ooh, there's the count category values per hour. There's the true values. Okay, they're not really, in the first 100 queries, they're not really asking about compensations. Rare. Okay, model-based scoring. Yeah, it actually can accept regular expressions. Yeah, let's move on. Model-based scoring. You can use pre-trained machine learning models to score your text. Data. These are examples: the sentiment, toxicity, and neutral emotion. Okay, you can use built-in models like sentiment. This is a built-in one, so don't need to import a model from Hugging Face, for example, which it mentioned before. And this returned sentiment score from -1, very negative, to 1, which is very positive. Again, the first 100 responses, and the descriptor is sentiment. These are just basic statistics. That's what I understand. Statistics, it's a hard word. So it's just statistics about the sentiment on the first 100, and the x-axis is the sentiment itself, and this is the number. Basically, I would say, based on these statistics, that it's a friendly working environment, which says that 83% of the answers are positive. Highly positive, yeah, from 0.8 to 1. Yeah, this is the 0.5. Let's it's not 83. Sorry, it's not the 83% is the threshold which the graph displays, that 0.8 from the sentiment scale. But of course it means it's completely positive, the sentiment of the response. Details, I think it's a timely distribution, yeah, as before. You can also use models from Hugging Face. This will download the models to score your data locally. Toxicity, you can use a pre-selected toxicity model using Hugging Face toxicity model descriptor. This will return the predicted toxicity scores between 0 to 1. Okay, I think it uses it just also yeah, it's a pre-selected, so it's a built-in descriptor, and it uses a different one, is the neutral emotion. You can call a named custom model from Hugging Face. For example, let's use the Samlo Roberto base Go emotions. Yeah, it uses the birth. Yeah. Model and get a score from 0 to 1 for neutral label to see if response is convey neutral emotion, which I think it's valued for chatbot to answer this kind of answer queries in a relatively emotionless, in a neutral voice. Not voice, sorry, neutral tone. What is the outcome? Yeah, in the meanwhile, it's executing. This is the, sorry, mouse. So this is the Hugging Face toxicity model descriptor, and this is the Hugging Face model, Samuel Roberta. Okay, the parameters, I think for the model it should be searches for the neutral emotions, because it's fine-tuned. This model is fine-tuned for emotions. We could check in Hugging Face page, and this is the display name, and also the first 100 will be evaluated, first 100 responses. To authenticate with the Hugging Face hub, create a token in your settings. Set it as secret in your Google Colab and restart your session. I don't want to do that. Come on, evidently, yeah, it's not nice. Not a nice thing. I think maybe it can be still usable. I think I just need to let that annoyance go from my side, and let's just roll with the actual situation. It's not really worth it, because it seems like it is a nice tool. It is just my preparedness, which is more or less on purpose. But yeah, it can happen, and of course I'm enjoying the session as well a bit better if there's a flow steps after each other. But I feel like it won't be that honest. Maybe it will be more enjoyable for the viewers of the live. Yeah, actually it did what it promised. Hugging Face toxicity for responses. I assume that the toxicity is the best if it's close to 0. For some reason, the toxicity has some kind of value, which is 0 to 1000 mu. I haven't heard of. Maybe it's just really my lack of knowledge on that field. But let's just evaluate that graph based on the absolute values from 0 to 100, and 0 means non-toxic and 100 means very much toxic. But it's two responses, which is quite, but overall it's a quite untoxic, and it's quite a neutral distribution. Yeah, the 0, I think 0 means not really neutral, and 1 means it is neutral, which is also good in that way. Okay, the descriptors require an OpenAI key. Pass it as an environment variable. I should pass in this, but I won't really do that in front of you. Sorry, guys, but it's my OpenAI API key that I think I will do off screen. Just a second. Yeah, I would think so. We have experience on that because we used some kind of this in DeepEval. Yeah, it's a template, custom judge, LLM eval, subcolumn for the category. Sorry, what does that do? Decline LLM eval was what's that? And a PII LLM eval. Is it some kind of explanation? Maybe in here, in the tutorials. Yes, we followed that. It's on the text statistics. Not the metadata. Where it is. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so check this decline LLM eval checks if the response contains a denial. If it, I think it means that I won't answer that or that kind of things. Check and PII LLM eval checks if the response contains personally identifiable information. You can also ask to provide for a reasoning of the score. To minimize API calls, we will pass only 10 data rows. Many thanks for saving money for me. Okay, and this is just for that two more or less inbuilt, but OpenAI API. And this is the custom judge. You can also define your own LLM judge with a custom prompt. To illustrate, let's ask the LLM to judge whether the provided responses are concise and returns a concise or verbose label with an explanation. Yeah, it's a really pain point for me, as you may know from the previous session, that we use the metric to evaluate the answers of the locally deployed LLMs if their response are verbose, overtly verbose, or unneededly verbose, or not. Okay, what is the criteria? It's a binary classification if it's verbose or not. Criteria. Conciseness refers to the quality of being brief, and to that point, the concise response should provide the necessary information without unnecessary details or repetition, be brief yet comprehensive enough to address the query, use simple and direct language to convey the message effectively. Target category is concise, non-target category is verbose, so the true value will be the concise response and the false category will be the verbose. Uncertainty is the unknown. Okay, include reasoning. True, please. Include reasoning. Pre-message, which is a system message to the OpenAI GPT-4o mini. You're a judge which evaluates texts. Yes. Provide the OpenAI model GPT-4o mini, including the report. This is the result. I will skip that. Sorry guys, I don't really want to expose my OpenAPI key. But anyway, here's the result. Also, right now I will believe that is the response conciseness. It says that's 10 out of 10. It's concise. Interesting. All our responses are concise. Great. To see the individual scores, you can publish a data frame or send the results to Evidently. Yes, but it's great that we can create custom prompts and optionally pass the context. Metadata summary. To summarize metadata fields is the feedback field, and the data report is the first 100. What will it do? Let's see that. Please share some comments. It also includes user upvotes, downvotes in category feedback column. You can easily add summaries for a numerical or categorical column to the report. To add a summary on the feedback column, use column summary metric. It's just a numerical summary. There's 3 categories. So this unique means the category numbers. Okay, but this 3% means, I think it's a bit, I don't know. Here the count is 100. First 100 responses or feedbacks. The most common feedback is no feedback at all. But it's mainly either neutral feedback or positive feedback. And it shows the same So it's actually 25. Yes, it's only the 5% of the responses are downvotes. Semantic similarity. It's about how close two texts are in meaning using an embedding model. I think it's used an embedded model. It returns a score from 0 to 1. It's 0 means different, 0.5 means unrelated, and 1 means similar. This is a pairwise descriptor that compares the similarity between questions and responses. I don't think that I understand that correctly because the questions and the answers has separate lengths. But I think it only yeah, the semantic similarity, I think it's really just it's semantic, so not syntactic. Okay, so 100 mean is 0.9, which is extremely great. So it means that in this semantic similarity, it means that the questions and the responses are just from one thing. So the response really responds the question. It's not off topic response. The response is not really diverged from the questions topic. Yeah, that's really nice. That's the most common value. The 0.92. Yes, around that. Okay, what is the maybe there is semantic similarity. This descriptor converts all text into embeddings, measure cosine similarity between them, and returns. Yeah, that's what I understood. That responses and questions to see the chatbot answers are semantically relevant to the question, and it is. They are. In our example, semantic similarity always stays above. Yeah, I actually missed that this is not 0. This is the minimum value is 0.81, which is, I think it's extremely good. It's extremely good. Export results. You can export the evaluation results beyond viewing the visual reports in Python. It's a pain point again. For me, it's not really working in Python, or I didn't figure it out. Publish data frame at computed scores. Okay. JSON with a save as an HTML file. Let's do that. Text eval report. But everything included in that? I don't think so. But we can add several kind of. Let's just try that. Maybe it will work. I would like to close that virtual environment directory. Okay, fingers crossed, guys. It's a report HTML. What if interesting question. It's blocked. But I think I can. I think I can just open it from my very secret file browser. I can open it off screen, avoiding embarrassment. My very personal directories. Search those. Search this HTML. Ha! It's the report HTML. God, it's working, but why on earth? Why on earth, dear evidently AI, wouldn't share this information beforehand? I would like to try that in Python locally. God, come on. Let's chill. Okay, so actually it produces this HTML report. Actually, I can click on here and there. It's nice and visible and visibly trackable. Really great. And this information, I think it would be quite crucial when I would like to try the tool. Yeah. Okay, actually I'm a bit relieved on that because I can't just export it to HTML to see it, but I can export it to JSON file or in a Python dictionary to what's the word? To process further the measures. Okay, okay. I think now it's better. at least I feel better about it. Okay, let's check the time. I think quite a time has passed. That's correct. It's nearly 1.5 hours passed. I don't think that I will start to try it out locally or even try it with the responses, because it would, as I could recall, if the responses and the questions and the so if the questions and the prompts and the responses will be exported to a CSV file or just directly put into a data frame, even during runtime. I mean, runtime just generates that, and after it generated, it can process further. Yeah. Maybe model by model, it just, for this free model, it will provide us a full picture of the models, even with this tutorial go through. So I think it's a bit complicated than we will go through during this session, because this session will end soon. But in the beginning of next week, I think I will do that part, to going through that tutorial, because there's so many functionalities are in evidently AI, just based on not just for the LLMs, but if we just see the where are the metrics? Yeah, if we are just seeing the text stats and the model-based descriptors, or the text specific metrics, or the text patterns, there's a lot. There's a lot to check. And we won't do that. We didn't do that, or I didn't do that with the DeepEval either. So I think, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I will do. But yeah, for now, I will go through for the rest of the thing. We have some conclusion, and afterwards we will finish this session, because of course that's, oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so we'll conclude after that. Export evaluation, view the dataset with editor, export, and it text eval reports dataset. Okay, so it exports the evaluation as the response question similarity. So the, yeah, this is the name, I guess, the response question similarity, yeah, for this specific and each and every. Okay, that's really great. We can, when we have that data set, because yeah, we have the data set, because just let me jump back. Yes, we text about the reference data. The current data set. It just adds that column, which is really great for creating final report from the summarization or the current or the final for the final evaluation of the data set or the performance, functional performance of the large language model. Yeah, it seems nice. It seems quite usable. It can export the Python dictionary with all the statistical details of the given evaluation of the given measurement. It can provide JSON. Yeah. Okay. Monitoring results over time. Define a combined report. That's nice that it shows that we can do a combined text evaluation report. Metrics, text eval, column name, response, descriptions, 3 descriptors, sentiment, text length, and these are the words included. Column summary metric. Let's see what's the, yeah, I did that. We will do that for the first 50 rows. What that kind of project.id. Yeah, it will send the results to the, yeah, it's just if I can list in Jupyter Notebook, maybe I can add. Maybe I can. Move cell, copy link, open editor, mirror, and the form. Not. Yeah, okay, I can add code here. I think I just can text evals report evals. A lot of future warnings. Text evals report. Yeah, the column summary metric for feedback, for region, for organization, for model ID, and for environment. Okay, I sentiment for response, the text length for response, the mention, if it's mentioned, compensation, the feedback summary, statistical summary, the distribution. I would say that this is really a powerful tool. Right now I feel like with that kind of, yeah, right, and I know how to export information from the evaluations, not just in the Jupyter Notebook, but the export for Python for our purpose right now, for that learning purpose. It would be quite beneficial, and if I would use evidently AI for any kind of future project work, I think I would, because this is really a This is really a powerful tool. The Cloud UI, I don't care about this right now. Run conditional. You can monitor not only values, but whether they comply with the conditions you define. Really nice. It's some quite a good regression kind of thing if you can do that in a pipeline or in a periodically manner. Average response sentiment should be positive so it can evaluate these responses throughout, even in production. Yeah, every response sentiment should be positive. Response length should be always non-zero. The maximum response length should be 2000 symbols. The mean response length should be above 500. Okay, what is the GTE or GT or LTE or GT? What's the meaning of this? Okay, maybe I will know that from here. Let's go down, let's go down. Greater than us. Okay, sorry, it's really my bad. I should have known that. Compute multiple test suites. Let's simulate running 5 test suites sequentially, each on 50 rows of data with timestamps spaced hourly. Test monitoring panel, it's a different thing, but of course it's nice to see. Run test suites whenever you change prompt or up parameters to compare new responses with references. Continuous testing, run test suites periodically over production logs to check that the output quality stays within expectations. It's quite powerful, and I think it feels like that it's a bit limited compared to DeepEval, but it's more mature. It feels like a more mature product with a meaningful and frequently used and useful meaningful statistics. Okay. Let's say I'm quite much convinced about, and yeah, I have to apologize from that frustration which came out from me, because yeah, it was really hard to handle that I didn't really couldn't really do what I planned, but yeah, finally eventually turned out that the data and the results can be extracted in several formats, which is quite nice. So yeah, for next week, I think when this video will be edited, the locally deployed large language models from the usual test prompts will be evaluated with evidently AI for the same metrics which we walked through in this tutorial. Jupyter Notebook, maybe I add some additional ones or remove a few which is not really meaningful for our let's say basic test prompts, but yeah, I will do that. But yeah, as again, I would like to repeat myself that it was quite convincing, this evidently AI tool, and I really it really puts me in a mood that I would like to use it in the future, even if it's an openly usable Python library, it seems like quite powerful. Yeah, so basically that's it. That's all. And many thanks for seeing me, watching me. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on LinkedIn, on Twitter. Let's see what I'm up to. Let's see the new contents I'm contemplating about or planning to be a better tester in the field of AI. So thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the edited video as well. And let's keep in touch. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.